Scorpio, what's up, y'all? How you doing? It is time for your June 2025 Maine monthly reading. The year's almost halfway over now, man. Isn't that fucking nuts, dude? Pew! Every year. Pew! All right, so let's jump into this. For those of you who are in need of a personal reading, all the information on how to go about doing that is right down here in the description of this video. And don't forget, y'all, my course for the month of May is my course on how to read the tarot. And remember, my main goal for that course is to help give you the confidence to develop your own unique style of reading and not be so fucking intimidated by it. That's what I hear from everybody that wants to learn how to read. They want to learn how to read, but they're too nervous, you know, because there are all these rules and all these regulations and all this information. It's not nearly as intimidating as you think. Okay, and that's what I hope to be able to break down and explain in the course that I've come up with. It's a two-part course. The link for that is in the description, and June 1st it goes bye-bye. All right. Okie dokie, let's jump into this. I want to start this off by looking at the person from the past. So if you're not here inquiring about a person from your past, this is not for you. Sit tight, I'll get to you in a second. What's happening in June, universe, between Scorpio and the past person? What's happening? Woo! Looks like communication coming in. Oh, and the Lover's card. Oh! And the Nine of Swords. Okay, well, okay. Definitely communication happening here. And this communication is triggering that same intense connection from back in the day. It's going to trigger all those energies to come bubbling back up to the surface. And I think that kind of scares the shit out of you. Because, I mean, I can already see it. Some of you think that you're healed. You know? And one conversation with this person is going to show you that you're not nearly as healed as you thought you were. And that's okay, man. It's all good. That doesn't mean that you're stupid. It doesn't mean you've done something wrong. Now, I'm not saying what the purpose of all this is, but it's not uncommon at all for the universe to bring a person back into your life to show you that you haven't healed from it yet and give you the opportunity to actually heal from and release that energy. I don't want to get ahead of myself. I'm not saying that's what's going on here, but yeah, you're doing a pretty good job though, acting detached. You're trying to detach yourself from this, I think. So yeah, okay. Well, I'm not really seeing if a reconciliation attempt is happening. I don't know. It's not really saying much as far as that goes. Some of you dealt with a Taurus in the past. Also have Gemini and Virgo here. Could be anybody. Those are just energies. All right, well, let's see what their feelings, energies, and intentions are. Person Scorpio dealt with in the past. What are their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions? What's this person's truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions? Four of Pentacles reversed. It's a strange card to jump out first thing. Hang on, it's not ready yet, y'all. Almost, hang on. All right, here we go. Moon card. Could be a Pisces for some of you. Two of Swords, Hierophant. Six of Cups, Queen of Wands. Okay. So, this is honestly kind of hard to put a finger on. I'm not going to lie. So, when I look at their feelings and intentions, the first thing I'm looking for is some bullshit. That's the main thing I'm looking for. I want to see, is this person bullshitting you, trying to manipulate you, lying to you, stringing you along, you know, shit like that. And I'm not really seeing much of anything here. Matter of fact, with the Two of Swords, it almost kind of looks like this person doesn't really know what the hell they want or exactly what their intentions are, you know? But we do have the Page of Cups here, so I do think that they are at least open to a love offer. But they're wanting to think this through. This is so strange. I might have to grab a whole clarification spread on this. Matter of fact, I'm going to do that. Hang on. Before I make my final verdict, let me just clarify it real quick, just to double check. Past person's truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions towards Scorpio. Ace of Wands. Two more. Boom. Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought. So they don't know whether or not they should just move on from this or see if reconciliation is even on the table as a possibility, you know? They're kind of torn. I think that honestly, if they were in a situation where they knew that you were interested in reconciliation and they thought that the two of you could come together and successfully lay a solid foundation, I think they would. They probably would reconcile this 100%. They just want to make 100% sure before they completely release this and move forward. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, scares the shit out of them too, though, dude. Scares the shit out of them too. Yeah, maybe this person's just a little bit of an overthinker. I feel like they're just kind of overthinking this a little bit, you know? They just want to make 100% sure. Should I completely release this and say fuck it? Or hold on to a little bitty thread, a little bitty glimmer of hope, you know? So, okay. All right. I don't think their intentions are bad. I really don't. But we got to see how this plays out. What's the outcome? What is the outcome of this situation? How's it playing out? What's the outcome? How's it playing out? Empress reversed. I don't think you all are finding solid, stable footing. I don't think so. Don't really look like it, man. It don't look like it. Three of Wands reverse, King of Pentacles. No. Judgment and the Death card. Kind of feels like you're making the decision to just close this out. Because this person's not really opening up and showing any emotion. You're not really opening up and showing any emotion. And y'all just aren't making that connection. Just not making that connection. So you're just making the decision to just close this out. You know? All right, well, let's grab the advice then. Let's see if that's the best course of action, or I don't even know what to say about that, to be honest with you. I kind of want to put my 2 cents in on that, but I'm kind of feeling my guides putting their hand over my mouth. So let me just see what comes through. What's the advice? What's the advice? Advice for Scorpio with the past person. Boom, High Priestess. Okay. Yeah, just pay attention to that intuitive feeling, dude. Pay attention to that intuitive feeling. If being directly connected to anyone results in you losing sleep, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. If at the end of the day, I'm questioning myself, questioning my self-worth, questioning whether I'm good enough, questioning whether I'm attractive enough, questioning what I'm doing wrong, questioning what I need to do right, and I'm going through all of that as a direct result of having you in my life, I wish you well. I wish you well. So, just in case those of you who are going through this are coming to this video for the reassurance, hey man, if that's the feeling you get at the end of the day, you got the green light on that. All right, well, I would say though, let me see if I can figure out a way to meet you in the middle somehow. Maybe at least try to see if you can give it time to see if you all can make that deeper interconnection, you know? I'd give it 2 months max. And normally I don't even like saying 2 months. That second month is just a generous little courtesy month. Within that first month, there should be energetic, emotional, and just overall transparency between the two of you on an energetic level. So, all right, take that and do with it what you will. We're going to shift gears now and see what's happening with the single Scorpios and the person that you're interested in. What's happening in June between the single Scorpios and your love interest? Emperor reversed. Some of you dealing with an Aries, possibly. Five of Cups. That's disappointment. And the Sun reversed. Unhappiness. All right. Well, Knight of Swords. So communication is open between the two of you, but it just kind of really feels like you're holding back. Starting to kind of seem like this person might just be playing with you. So you're putting your foot down and you're holding back. It doesn't look like you all are making it to happily ever after status in the month of June. And yeah, but it doesn't say that you're walking away from this though. It doesn't say that you're giving up. It doesn't indicate to me that you're throwing in the white towel. Uh-oh, devil card. Have you been sexually intimate with this person? I know a couple of you have. But whether you have or you haven't, it's starting to appear as though that may really be the only thing that they give a shit about. Remember, the first spread in the reading is not the end-all, be-all gospel of truth. It's a general, energetic overview, mainly from your perspective. You could be full of shit. I don't know yet. Or you could be bang on the money. I don't know yet, man. Let's see, though. Let me get these good vibes in the air real quick here. And let's check on that. Let's see their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions. Could be a Capricorn for some of you. All right. What deck do I want to use? All right. Scorpio's love interest. Single Scorpios. What are their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions? Truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions. What's their energy look like? What kind of person are they in general? Four of Cups. Okay. Hang on. Let me get the rest of it out. Seven of Cups reversed. All right. Okay, so let's talk about the good stuff first. Yes, they do feel an abnormally strong connection with you. Yes, they do. 100%. So for those of you wondering, no, you're not just making this up in your head. No, you're not just imagining things. Yes, that connection is felt on both parts. But here's the thing. I think that, okay, due to past trauma, mainly, you know, being cheated on and left for someone else and shit like that, it's destroyed their self-confidence and their self-esteem. And now they feel like you are out of their league. They don't think they're good enough for you. You know, some people get the idea sometimes that if they could actually win over that person that they put up on this pedestal, that'll make them feel so much better about themselves, you know? No. That will trigger somebody's insecurities worse than anything. So, no, I don't think they're playing games. I don't think they're full of shit. I just think they're very insecure. So, yeah. Okay, well, the signs I have on the table, I have two Cancer cards right here. Virgo, Libra, and that's it. Okay. You know, it could be anybody. Those are just energies. Okay. Well, let's just grab the advice, man. How much time we got? Okay. Let's get the advice. What's the advice for Libra? Or, I'm sorry, Scorpio. What's the advice for Scorpio? What's the advice for Scorpio with their love interest? Four Swords reversed. Uh-oh, Five of Pentacles. Damn, dog. Okay, let me see how much wiggle room I have here. Damn, dog. Let me see how much wiggle room I have. Because honestly, this is telling me, I'm going to tell you the message that it's yelling at me. Time to throw in the white towel and abandon this situation. I don't want to tell you that, though. I want to at least give you some things to think about, or some things that maybe you can do to see if you can alter the trajectory of the path of this situation here. Well, first, it would also depend on how long you've been dealing with this person. That plays a big role. But now, as long as somebody wants to see the good in you, if you're patient and solid and consistent, they will see the good in you. If you're patient, okay? You have to be rock solid in yourself. Rock fucking solid. And be consistent, authentic, and just be 100% unapologetically you. And as long as you know that you're bringing nothing but value to the table and you're being authentic, you're being legitimate, if they don't see it, that's on them. That's on them. There ain't nothing you can do about that. People are going to see what they want to see. Okay? This is no different. I remember I was having to teach my kids this when they were in the 2nd grade. You know, I remember this one time my daughter came to me crying her eyes out, saying, I don't know what I can do to make this person like me. I said, you ain't never going to make anybody like you. And here's what I said to her. I said, tell me the name of somebody that you do not like. And she rattled off some name. And I said, is there anything that person could do to make you like them? She said, no. I said, exactly. People are going to see what they want to see. You're not going to make them see anything they don't want to see. So as long as you can go inside with a clear conscience and a clean heart and tell yourself, I'm bringing value to the fucking table. What I have to offer is what everybody says they want. God damn, we all got a fucking device in our pocket that connects us to everybody on the planet. And in the dating world, everybody out there has a big, loud ass opinion about what they want and what they're tired of, right? Come on now. You ain't got to scroll too many times on social media to see somebody bitching and complaining about what they're tired of and somebody demanding expectations of what they want. Okay? So, taking all that into consideration, ask yourself, am I offering what everybody says they want? Am I bringing any of the bullshit to the table that people are sick of? If not, if I know that what I'm bringing to the table is what everybody out here claims to want, and you're too stupid to see it, that's not on me. That's on you. That's on you, boo-boo. Don't ever find yourself at a place in life where you're bending over backwards trying to make somebody see you a certain way. That ain't never gonna happen. That ain't never gonna fucking happen. You may as well try to empty the Atlantic Ocean with a fucking spoon. It's a waste of time. It's never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. Be you. Unapologetically, authentically you. Make 100% sure. The peace dealer just texted me. What the hell? Huh. Anyway, make 100% sure that what you're bringing to the table is nothing but raw, authentic value. And if they don't see it, don't waste your time sitting around trying to make them see it. How about that? How about that? All right, let's shift gears now. Let's shift gears. Let's see who's actually due to come into your life next. Who is due to come into Scorpio's life? The next soul contract due to come in. Who's due to come in next for Scorpio? Somebody y'all going to be connecting with somebody at the workplace, possibly. Page of Wands, okay. Could be somebody a little bit younger than you for some of you. Is something that I feel like is kind of... So first of all, I do think this is somebody that you know. I do. But it's something that feels like it's slowly developing over time. This may not really be somebody that you have your eye on necessarily. But this is kind of like one of those connections where, for example, let's use the workplace since that's the overall energy. There's that coworker, and you know who they are. You don't necessarily think about them a whole lot, They don't take up a square foot of space in your mind. But you slowly start becoming acquainted with them. Like maybe somehow, some way you all end up working together or closer together or something like that. And the connection is slowly starting to pick up. Slowly starting to pick up. And it starts off when you very first learn of this person's existence, it's not really somebody you thought twice about. And then at some point, over a slow, long, drawn out, extended period of time, becomes a person that you just cannot fucking walk away from. Slowly. And you don't know when it happened. You can't put a finger on exactly how it happened. But yeah, this is going to be something that slowly grows and develops over time. But long story short, I do think that this is going to be long-term commitment. I think so. Oh, Hierophant and the High Priestess, masculine and feminine counterparts. I think this will be long-term. This is so strange, though. I can't think off the top of my head of a time that I've ever seen this come through like this. I ain't gonna lie. Could be a fellow Scorpio for some of you. I also have Aries, Aquarius, Leo, Virgo, Taurus, Cancer. Could be anybody. Those are just energies. Let me see what we can pick up about this person's energy. That was weird, man. That was a weird message. Very weird message. What's their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions? What's some of the first things you're going to notice about this person? Okay, they do got their guard up. Definitely guarded. Okay, they're afraid of abandonment, so they got their guard up. There's that karmic wheel again. All right, so yeah, they are definitely afraid of abandonment, afraid of rejection. They may not honestly even be looking for a relationship at the time the two of you connect. Matter of fact, I might even go as far as to say, when y'all first connect, they're looking for a sex-based connection. But that slowly starts to dissipate over time. I ain't gonna lie, they may step into it when they very first realize there's an opportunity here, like, yeah, I'm gonna get me some booty, or something like that. But then it doesn't take too long before they're like, whoa, I actually feel a really, really strong fucking connection with you. And it scares the shit out of them. Scares the shit out of them. They got their guard up. Very guarded, guarding their heart. They got a lot of healing they need to do. I don't know. It's hard to say. I'm not going to say their intentions are good. I'm not going to say that they're bad, because I'm not going to lie, in the very beginning, it doesn't look like they're the greatest in the world. But once this connection creeps up and overtakes them, I think those intentions are going to start to kind of shift and change a little bit. You don't see that come through like that very often. That's interesting. Okay, let's get the advice on this situation. What is the advice? What's the advice for Scorpio when the next person comes in? What is the advice? Boom! Seven of Cups reversed. Okay. Two of Wands reversed. Okay. All right. And the Devil reversed. So how am I going to say this? Keep this person at a reasonable arm's distance. Keep your guard up reasonably. and let it down accordingly. Let this person in closer accordingly. Do not extend or accept any kind of offer until you're 100% sure what this person's intentions are. Hey, we're all adults here, dude. Do what you do, whatever rocks your socks off. But I would suggest thinking twice about even extending or accepting a sexual offer until you know what their intentions are. Just be careful with that. Be real careful with that. This is something that's going to develop very slowly over time. And you want to pay attention to the development of this connection, because if the two of you aren't monitoring the connection, before you know it, you're going to be so tightly, energetically tied. And if the two of you haven't made the connection at the deepest level, then all those crazy, fucked up energies that haven't connected yet are going to start battling with each other. And that's when it could spin out of control. So pay attention to the energy of this connection. Pay attention to how it feels. And just monitor it, because it's going to be real slow and gradual. Okay? Fucking A, all right, y'all. Well, I feel like those were the messages that my Scorpio family needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, the information for personal readings is right down there in the description. All right? I'm out of here now, y'all. I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.